7 signs your cow has imprinted on you. Most farmers miss this. Your cow stared at you last night in the quiet of the barn, not the curious, casual glance she gives toward feed or pasture, not the wary look toward a stranger. A deep, steady, unrushed gaze that felt intentional, almost gentle, and completely aware. In that moment, you might have wondered if it meant something. It did. That look was not random. It was a message, and most cattle keepers never decode it in time. Welcome to our channel, where we explore the extraordinary inner world of cattle. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button right now, because what we cover here will completely change how you see your cow forever. So let's get into it. Can cattle actually imprint on humans? And if your cow has imprinted on you, what does that behavior really look like? This bond is far deeper, more instinctual, and more emotionally rooted than most people realize. Once you understand these 7 signs, you'll never look at your cow the same way again. Stay with me, because sign number 4 is the one that surprises almost every owner. Let's start with something that happens quietly, almost every night, in barns around the world, yet almost no one understands its true meaning. It's not just standing near you out of habit, it's not just lingering because of the possibility of feed. We are talking about your cow actively seeking you out in the barn, in the pasture, or near the fence. She moves slowly toward you, positions her body close to yours, presses her side or her shoulder gently against you, and only relaxes fully when you're within reach. This isn't just comfort seeking as we usually think of it in the wild. Bovines and herd animals sleep and rest in tight groups. The individuals they stay closest to are the ones they trust with their lives. Rest and rumination are among the most vulnerable states a cow can be in. Her guard drops, her awareness softens, her body unwinds. For a cow to willingly enter that state beside you means something profound. You are her safe space, you are her anchor, you are her chosen protector. But there's a second layer most people overlook: your scent. A cow's sense of smell is roughly 5,000 to 10,000 times more sensitive than a human's. She has around 200 million olfactory receptors, compared to our 6 million. To a cow, your unique scent is the smell of safety, familiarity, and home. When she stays near you, she is surrounded by that scent, and it calms her nervous system, lowers her stress, and tells her brain, everything is okay. There is also the instinct of warmth and closeness for survival. For herd animals, closeness means security. By leaning against you, your cow isn't just being affectionate, she is making a deep, instinct-driven choice that says, this person is someone I can rely on. This person is part of my herd. So the next time your cow comes to rest against you in the barn or the pasture, remember, she isn't just being clingy, she is telling you that you are her herd. Now the second sign is one that genuinely shocked animal behavior researchers when they first documented it, because it reveals just how closely and constantly your cow watches you. Science has now confirmed what thoughtful farmers have suspected for generations. Cattle don't just live around humans, they adapt to them, not in a vague, emotional way, but in measurable, observable behavioral and emotional patterns. Studies show that cattle mirror the emotional energy and behavioral rhythms of their primary caregiver. If you are calm, steady, and gentle, your cow will become calm, relaxed, and trusting. If you are rushed, tense, loud, or anxious, your cow will mirror that tension. She may hold her head higher, tense her muscles, flick her tail, or remain constantly alert. This goes far beyond copying daily routines. Researchers have found that cattle absorb human emotional states through a combination of signals: the tone of your voice, your posture, the speed of your movements, your facial tension, and even the subtle chemical changes in your body when you're stressed or calm. Your cow runs a constant, quiet analysis of how you move through the world, how you speak, how you handle pressure, and how you treat animals and people around you. Then she adjusts her own behavior to match. Think about that. Your cow has built an internal understanding of you, your rhythms, your moods, your habits, your energy. A cow that is imprinted on you doesn't just tolerate you, she studies you, she adapts to you, she shapes her behavior and her stress levels around your presence. This isn't just obedience. This is devotion at a biological level. Sign number 3 will change how you see your cow's responsiveness forever, especially if you've noticed she listens to you differently from anyone else. You call her name, and she lifts her head immediately, turns toward you, or walks over calmly. Someone else calls her, and she does not react. You ask her to move, step back, or come forward, and she complies. Another person gives the same cue, and she ignores it, stares blankly, or walks away. This is not stubbornness. It is not coincidence. It is one of the clearest behavioral signs of deep imprinting. Researchers in cattle social cognition have discovered why this happens. Cattle are highly aware of social structure and hierarchy, even among humans. They do not treat all people the same. They observe, assess, and identify who the most consistent, trustworthy, and protective person in their life is. When your cow responds to you above everyone else, she has placed you at the top of her internal social order. What makes this different from simple training is that it's not just about learned cues, it's about your unique voice, your steady energy, the emotional consistency you've shown her over time. Your cow has memorized the way you communicate, the gentle firmness in your voice, the calm way you move, the trust you've built without roughness or fear. She has created a personal profile of you that no one else has earned. This selective responsiveness is a way of saying where her loyalty belongs. If you've noticed this quiet, unmistakable preference in your cow, know this: it didn't happen by accident. It happened because you showed up for her, consistently and kindly, when it mattered. Sign number 4 is the one we promised you, and if you've ever left your jacket, hat, gloves, or worn clothing in the barn or pasture and found your cow resting near it or nuzzling it, you may have laughed it off as curiosity. But what's really happening is deeply emotional. To a cow that is imprinted on you, your scent is far more than a smell. It is a source of deep comfort, especially when you're not around. Cattle are herd animals that experience separation stress when their trusted group members are absent. Even short periods without you can create low-level anxiety. Your worn clothing carries your strongest, most familiar scent. When your cow stands near it, nuzzles it, or rests beside it, she is not being playful or strange. She is self-soothing with the most powerful calming signal she can find: you. Studies on livestock stress show that items carrying the scent of a trusted caregiver can significantly reduce cortisol, the stress hormone, in cattle. This is especially true for cows that have a strong, secure bond with their keeper. There is also a subtle social layer. In herd life, scent helps identify group members and belonging. By staying close to your scent, your cow is blending her world with yours. She is acknowledging a shared bond, a quiet unity between you. This is one of the most tender, underappreciated things a cow can do, and most farmers simply move the clothing without realizing what it means. Sign number 5 is where the bond becomes truly emotional, and it involves something your cow can do that many humans cannot. She can tell when something is off with you, before you even speak or show it openly. You haven't sighed, you haven't slouched, you haven't said a word. You walk into the barn looking the same as always, but your cow is already near you, calm, focused on you, standing quietly as if she senses that you're tired, stressed, or unwell. How does she know? The answer is one of the most remarkable parts of the human-cow bond. Research has confirmed that cattle detect shifts in human emotion and physical state using visual, auditory, and olfactory cues all at once. When you're stressed, tired, or unwell, your body releases subtle chemical changes through your skin and breath. Your posture tightens, your movements slow, your voice softens or becomes sharper. These changes are so small that most people don't notice them, but your cow does. A cow that is imprinted on you knows your normal state so well that any tiny deviation immediately registers. She knows when you're not at ease, and she responds not with excitement or demand, but with quiet presence. She stands near you, she rests beside you, she doesn't push for feed or attention, she just stays. In a world where people often miss each other's quiet struggles, your cow has been paying complete attention. Sign number 6 is something your cow does dozens of times a day, especially when you're together in the pasture, and you've almost certainly seen it. But the meaning behind it will completely reframe your relationship. You're walking in the pasture, your cow walks a few steps ahead, grazing slowly, exploring, lifting her head to look around. Then she stops, she turns. She looks directly at you, holds eye contact for a moment, then goes back to grazing. 30 seconds later, she does it again. This behavior is called checking in, and it's a core sign of deep imprinting. It comes from ancient herd instinct. In wild cattle and bovines, individuals check with the most trusted member of the herd to determine safety. When a cow is unsure about her surroundings, she looks to the leader for reassurance. Your cow is doing exactly that. With you as a trusted leader, every glance back says, "Are you there? Is this safe? Are we okay?" Every time you nod, speak softly, or make gentle eye contact, you reinforce, "I'm here. We are safe." Over time, this becomes a silent, constant conversation between you. It's easy to take for granted, but once you understand it, it becomes one of the most touching behaviors a cow can offer. Now we reach sign number 7, the one that started this entire video: the steady, calm stare. Understanding what this means will change how you feel about your bond forever. In cow behavior, prolonged, hard staring among unfamiliar cattle signals tension, threat, or dominance. It's a defensive, instinctive reaction to danger or uncertainty. Every cow understands this instinctively. So when your cow holds your gaze softly, calmly, without tension, without fear, without challenge, she is consciously setting aside one of her deepest survival instincts. She is choosing vulnerability with you. She is using a gesture that would mean danger between other cows to communicate trust and affection with you. Science confirms how powerful this is. Studies in animal behavior show that when cattle and their trusted caregivers exchange calm, gentle eye contact, Both experience reduced stress and increased feelings of security. This kind of quiet mutual gaze is only reserved for individuals the cow considers completely safe. Your cow isn't just looking at you, she is connecting with you. She is acknowledging you as part of her most trusted inner circle. If your cow holds your gaze softly, without turning away, without fear, you are not imagining the depth of that moment. The bond is real, it's quiet, it's steady, and it's entirely mutual. Before we end, one important question: can a cow change who she is imprinted on? The honest answer is yes, but not for the reasons most people think. It is rarely about favoritism. A cow's primary bond usually shifts only due to consistent presence and care. If the person she was closest to is no longer regularly available, and another person steps in with calm, steady, gentle care over time, the bond can gradually move toward that new caregiver. It's not about who feeds her most, it's about who shows up for her most consistently, with kindness and patience. The good news is this: if you've watched this entire video, you are the kind of person who pays attention to a cow's inner world. That care, that awareness, that willingness to understand, this is exactly what deep imprinting is built on. So watch for the signs: seeking closeness to rest, mirroring your calm energy, listening only to you, finding comfort in your scent, sensing when you're unwell, checking in with you in the pasture, and that quiet, gentle stare. If your cow shows even several of these signs, she hasn't just accepted you as her keeper, she has chosen you as her herd, her safety, and her world. Subscribe to our channel to keep learning about the hidden emotional world of cattle.